in Bishnupur, a city in Bankura district of West Bengal. Bishnupur is known for its terracotta temple heritage and rich culture. And about my earliest influencer, of course, it's my mother. She is still a very strong pillar in my life, and I keep learning from her. And you know, it is like a continuous journey. I mean, the I started as a ever since my school days. This quest of learning is continuing, and it's not any individual event that made me who I am today, but it is this long journey that we are. And didn't feel also like a journey because it's just going on. See, Bishnupur is, it's also called Temple Town. There are lots of temples made by Mollo Rajas, and it's rich in terracotta arts. And while I was growing up, as apart from studies, I also have very keen interest in painting. So I used to go to those temples and try to draw those nice figures, terracotta figures. And apart from this, in Vishnupur, it is also it's attracting lot of tourists because of this heritage. And you know, culture-wise, it's a very well known for its classical music. So altogether, we grow up in a very lively environment and a joyous environment. Childhood was for I think for everyone we have like it's the best time when you just enjoy your life and there is no pressure altogether. Okay, so chemistry came much later, right? During my high school studies in at Vishnupur High School, I was introduced to chemistry as a separate subject for the first time. And okay, this pressure of study and like high scores, this came much later. That came much later in life. But and obviously, when I was in higher secondary and secondary standard, all the other extracurricular activity was slowly taking backseat. But like the priority changes, and it was like now. And I also believe like that education is something like when you forget everything and still what remains in you is the education. So now when I myself enjoy music because that is already inside me. What I learned that time is already within me. It is like inseparable. These are inseparable things, and I don't think there is any competition. It's only about priority, that when you want to prioritize uh, which field. Yeah, actually, there is no such border lines, really. I mean, with our own limitation, we divide the subject as chemistry, biology, physics, like that. And why chemistry? As I said, see, I was interested towards science, mathematics from very early age. But when I in 12th standard, or in higher school, higher secondary, during higher 10 plus 2, we have chemistry first time as a separate subject. And from those school days, I was fascinated by chemistry because it has application almost everywhere in our daily lives and finding a solution to our day-to-day problem, right? And what now, during my research, I apply that concept of chemistry to study biological systems. And there is a saying that biology works because of chemistry. So chemical reactions are essential for the existence of life, may it be photosynthesis or respiration. These are all chemical reactions. So honestly, there is no as such borderline, and nowadays interdisciplinary research is actually, like, if you want to tackle a big problem, you have to take help from different disciplines. And in my case, what I am interested is that understanding the molecular basis of how changes in chemical composition of cellular constituents, particularly lipids and fatty acids, like they influence biological processes. So this, and then I apply also computational techniques. So, and there is also physics involved, statistics involved, so all these fields are together. But yeah, the chemistry is a key in driving or modulating all these biological processes. Yeah, okay, so I completed my high school from Vishnupur, and then I went to Bethune College, Kolkata, for doing bachelor's studies, undergraduate study with chemistry honors. And as you know, Bethune College is a very famous, highly reputed college, and is the oldest women's college in India. So after BSc, I studied MSc with specialization in physical chemistry from another very prestigious college called Presidency College. That time it was affiliated with University of Calcutta. And then I did my PhD postdoc, and as I said, the quest of learning just goes on. Yes. Okay. So after I completed my MSc, I cleared different national level exams like this National Eligibility Test and GATE, and joined as a research fellow under Professor Choitali Mukhopadhyay in the Department of Chemistry, University of Calcutta, for pursuing PhD. My doctoral research was on modeling and computer simulations of lipid membrane and membrane active proteins and peptides, whose function depends on the interaction with membranes, such as antimicrobial peptide, cell penetrating peptide, and transmembrane proteins. Then, after PhD, I went to Finland and joined as a postdoctoral researcher under Professor Ilpo Vatulainen in the Department of Physics, Tampere University of Technology, Finland. I was also associated with the University of Helsinki, Finland, as a visiting researcher. The major focus of my postdoctoral research was to understand the mechanism how a class of protein called G protein coupled receptor works, and how they are modulated by lipid molecules and cholesterols of cell membranes. So this G protein coupled receptors are signaling proteins and of our body, and they are major drug targets, and therefore their dysfunction is often associated with various diseases. And during my postdoctoral, tenure in Finland, I not only got the chance to work on very important and challenging problem in my field, but it also provide me a scope to meet and work with different people with different nationalities and expertise, and that which has broadened my horizon. Then when I returned back from abroad, I was supported by Department of Biotechnology, Government of India, through their Biocare Women Scientist scheme, and I worked in the Department of Chemistry, ISA Bhopal, in a research group hosted by Dr. Rajesh Murarka. And an excellent support DBT has provided me in this tenure. Now, with all this thorough training, scientific training, I started my independent scientific career as a senior scientist in CSIR-Central Salt and Marine Chemicals Research Institute in March 2020. So currently at CSIS SMCRI, my group is focused on exploring the thermal adaptation and high salt tolerance mechanism of marine macroalgae with a long term objective of making those algae more disease resistant and more resilient to environmental changes, which are important for sustainable cultivation. Now, why so? Because these marine algae are often called sea gold. They are photosynthetic organisms which are important for marine ecosystem, but not only that, they are profoundly rich in bioactive compounds and have vast commercial applications in food, pharmaceutical, and cosmetic industries. They are increasingly viewed as a potential renewable sources for hydrocolloids, bioplastic, biofuels, etc. And due to such commercial importance, this marine algae they are cultivated worldwide, as well as in several Indian sea coasts, and serve as an important means of livelihood for coastal population, particularly women, and therefore making this algae, more resistance to environmental change is kind of need of the hour. Yeah, because this is a work where basic science is directly connected to the society, and it has a direct application. Because sometimes we do some science which the basic science is always important, but when it has a direct application, it it makes me more excited. Yeah, exactly. With global warming, every year there is a little change in the temperature, seawater temperature, and particularly if you look into this algae, they are very some of the algae are very sensitive to temperature changes, and particularly sudden temperature. If there is a heat wave or something like that, there is a sudden rainfall and drop in salinity level. Such kind of drastic change affect them, and it also called cause of mass mortality in the total cultivation site. It was witnessed actually in 2013 in our field station in Mars Mandapam. So it is very important that we try to make stabilize them with respect to, and we are in the tropical region, so rising temperature is a threat to us, right? And also that the salinity level is like increasing in case of the if we want to increase, or if we want to have a sustainable supply of food, uh, different kinds of agriculture, people are thinking like one of them is saline agriculture. So if we understand, because this marine algae they grow in high saline condition, and if you subject the same saline condition to a terrestrial plant, it will die immediately. So, understanding how those algae work, what is their machineries that they have and the normal plant doesn't have, do not have, that can help, to modify and have a more, to develop saline agriculture. Yeah. So I think discipline, hard work, and good work ethics. There is, I feel there is no shortcut to it. We have to be very like disciplined and hardworking and honest also, because whatever the information we are based on our research we are giving to the society, we need to check, recheck, and reproduce it before we are telling this to the world. So that is our responsibility as a scientist, that we check our result and then we give that information to the common people. Yeah, I can explain what is necessary. Like when I think about my own research, see, uh, I am using computational computer simulations which are based on the principle of physics and statistical mechanics to study biological systems, right? And there also to understand what is the thermodynamic stability, what is the kinetics of the reaction. You need the concept of chemistry, and then like when I like applying all this field, we understand, say like I would say I want to have this kind of modification to to the algae or to a specific plant, you need genomic experts, proteomics experts, and tissue culturists. And then the people, when you even implemented those changes, you need people who are actually doing agriculture to test your product to the open sea. So you see, so many people are involved. It is not a job of a single person to solve a entire problem. It needs support from people from different disciplines and expertise. Yeah, because this okay, like as a scientist, we are doing whatever studies in our laboratories. They are, but they like see as the common people doesn't they are not much interested what is like what you have done there. They look into the product, and they look into the the quality of the product also, because from algae they extract various bioactive compounds and also hydrocolloids like carrageenan, agar. You might have heard about that. So the quality of those products and the dry weight of the substance, how much substance they can produce, that matters to them the most. I don't know. I think it is just being consistent and focused. So there are some days when you get very highly exciting results. There are days, there are months when I keep working on problem and it's keep failing and failing and failing. But that consistent small efforts, every day's effort, is what makes a big difference. It actually leading to success. I don't know. I mean, now I am a scientist and a mother of a 7 years old. So managing the two parts of life is quite tough, and that is a new challenge. I mean, when I was studying, I was doing my PhD. I didn't knew that. I mean, but now it is a new skill added to to my toolbox actually, because it's not easy to do high end research or be a responsible position in the office and at the same time taking care of family and a growing child. Yeah, first of all, it's own effort, and then it's a very supportive family. I think for a working woman, it's very necessary to have a supportive family who understands. If we want to balance everything, in my case, it was like, okay, I try to not waste time at all, and at the same time my family supports me in in my research and whatever I'm doing. I mean, they are very supportive, whether it's helping me with my kid, or encouraging me to go even further. They are the backbone, I would say. I think it's research and more research. I mean, it's me for me. It's 3.5 year now in CSMCRI, and I'm really fascinated about the kind of the data we are getting and the result research we are doing. So I think for coming 5 years, probably I'll be focus more here only and try to. Yeah, there are many challenges. I think for to get an academic position in anywhere in the world is itself very challenging, and not only for academics, like a permanent position, but if you look into school, you will find that girls are doing very good, and then as you grow in higher standard, there are less number of girls. And in scientific institutes, universities, IITs, you will find less uh, women scientists or women faculties, and that's a fact. There is a leaky pipeline, and there are many things I think associated with it. In my case, I was fortunate to not feel any discrimination from my parents. I was brought up equally as my brother. But there are few things. For example, when I was pregnant, when I was expecting my son, we are, physically restricted. We cannot work like we used to work in lab normally, right? but but then your experiments put on halt, and things get delayed. But nowadays there are few schemes where it is like, this kind of cases being considered, because I was considered by DVT for women scientist position, and there was a provision that if you have a maternity break, and there is a age relaxation like that, but not in everywhere. And apart from that, working women, I think we have to work in multiple shifts in a day. There are triple shifts probably, starting from the morning, sending your son to school, then go to the office, then again come back to from office, and uh, help him doing his homework and all this. It is quite like engaging and tiring also sometimes. But that is life, and without complaining, I think we have to do our work. That is that there is no other way out, I feel. I think I would tell her that be less serious and enjoy life little bit more. I was too much into studies that time. Yeah, yeah, I like painting, I like singing, but yeah, now I feel it is. I should have focused a little bit more probably, but whenever probably I will have time, I'll start doing that once again. I sing sometime, but painting probably I will start again when I have some time.